Hi guys, Jace here, and I am back on my bike. Yes, after just over 3 weeks of having a fractured transverse processes in the neck, about 4 or 5 of them, stable, so it's all good. I'm back on my bike, and it's been raining for over a week, so it's been pretty horrendous. So all I'm doing is pretty easy trails, so hence why I'm here today at the mighty Waikato to do the Waikato River Trails. Now, I have done some of these before with a family from Mangakino to the end, so just click up here and that will link you to that video. Today I'm going to go from Waipapa Dam to Mangakino, which is about 23 to 25 kilometers. The reason for this is that is part of the Taniwha Mountain Bike Race, which is on in November. The race is 42 kilometers long, and it starts off here and ends up in Durham Reserve. So today I'm going to go to Mangakino and back. I am going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone today. I'm also going to do a train and road workout of about an hour and a half sweet spot, because it'll probably take me an hour and a half or so to get to Mangakino. So that'll be a good workout as I'm going along. Join me for this recce and the few trails, and we'll have a chat, and I'll see what's coming up, what's going on, and anything else I can think of. So if you can see that, the workout is about an hour and a half long, and it's interdispersed with 5-minute sweet spot intervals. I think it's a gap of 2 minutes in between each one. It's pretty chilly, 2 degrees. It's foggy. Hopefully the sun will break through soon, but it's been raining for a week, so I'm itching to get out there. Let's go. So I have got the route on my Wahoo, so you can see it, but I think the trails are pretty well marked. You can see the arrows here for the trails. Just running alongside the river here at the start. God, it's cold. The surface is nice and flat and quick though. So about 1.5 kilometers in, there definitely is a bit of a incline up, which is getting you above the river, which is just to the left here. After that hill is about, looks like half a dozen or so switchbacks down, back towards the river. Woo! Oh. Oh. Take it easy, Jace. That was easy. We're quite nice to get ahead of the slow guys if you're faster downhill after that uphill at 1.5k. So just be aware. No doubt there'll be a bit of a line there. It's as slippy as today it will be. We're by the river. Pretty stunning. Still misty and foggy. I daren't touch my brakes along here, that's for sure. So for the first 20 minutes or so, which has been, I don't know, 5-6k, been lots of switchbacks down to the river, back up from the river, down to the river. Oh, you can see it's been pretty stormy. It's very slippery under these pine needles, so I'm taking it pretty steady. But yeah, I forgot how twisty the Waikato trails are, which makes it more interesting, although quite difficult to pick up speed and keep the momentum going. It's another switchback to get up. Look at the debris after the storms. It's crazy. We're on the flats by the river. I think the hill's coming up in about 7k or so, or at 7k or so, 7.5k. I think this is the first period where you could actually open it out a bit. Not sure how long for. Extra slippery rocks, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. This is obviously the main hill. It's quite steep. It's the top of the hill. I'm at 7.8k now. Now this might have looked like the top of the hill at 7.8k, and we did go down for a couple of hundred meters, a few hundred meters, and then start going back up, but actually the top of the hill is around the 10k point. So there are a few false flats and you do get a few breaks in between, but beware, about 7 to 10k goes uphill. I remember doing this Taniwha race 2012 or 13, and it was longer then. It was or they had a longer option, about 85k. I wasn't very fit at the time, so it took me quite a while. And I remember doing this hill, and it was about the 50k mark, just as I was starting to die. I think I even stopped and pushed for a bit. So this first half up to Mangakino is the slowest half, I know that part. And after 8k I'm only 8.5k, I'm like 11 point something kilometers an hour average, which is pretty woeful considering I hope to do it in, I don't know, 17 kilometers an hour or so. I think the wet slippery surface obviously hasn't helped. It's nearly 10k done. I think the hardest probably 10k is done. Although from around 10 to 13k, as you will see, it got pretty rugged. Lots of debris at the moment. What's happened here? Was that open, closed, or? No idea. I did find out a little bit later that it is closed during the week and open at weekends due to the logging, so I was lucky in that respect. It's quite treacherous, this rock in the wet. Get up and walk this bit. It's quite clayey, very steep and slippy. There's been a bit of logging recently. Got the signs, it's good. About 12.5k in. It's been a lot of logging the last 2-3k, so it's been a little bit bogged down. Hopefully that bit's out of the way and it's plain sailing to Mangakino. Oh, back on normal trails, I think now. Over 13k done. It's what I'd expected them to be for most of it. So I think it's pretty much like this the rest of the way now, I hope. I have done, as I said, from Mangakino to the end, and that is pretty quick. Not too many hills at all. Well, this is a feature of the Waikato River Trails, those switchbacks, as I've said before. There's a lot of them. And the only downside to that really is it's two-way, so you have to be careful. Such a pussy on gravel. I'm such a pussy. Well, back to some kind of normality now. It's like two different trails. Up to about 12-13k, the trails are in pretty poor condition. A lot of it due to the past weather. And also going through that logging area, the conditions underfoot were treacherous. Well, the trails are pretty good now after that 13k mark. Are now on nearly 20k, so just a few k's now, maybe up to 5k to Mangakino. But it's certainly a lot faster going. I think my average speed was down to about 10k an hour after the first hour or so. Well, just popped out on the road here for a bit. Still foggy. Just coming into Mangakino now. There's the golf course And we're heading back down to the river. Oh no, there we go. I'm gonna stop here. Okay, so I think that's a wrap for today. We've done about 21 kilometers and we're at Mangakino Lake front. Now it's just across from the golf course. I could have gone another 3 or 4k or so to the campsite, which is where I started off last time, but I figured this would do for today. I've got a good flavour now of the Waikato Trails, especially that first 10k of the Taniwha race, which is pretty up and down. And today it was quite treacherous because of the conditions, and it was pretty muddy, it was slick, there was loose stuff all over the place. But it gives me a good idea for what I will see in November, albeit it will be drier and a lot quicker. From now on in to Durham Point though, it is quite quick, and underfoot it is quite smooth, so your average speed will be a lot higher. So I think as soon as you get to the 13k point, you can probably open it out a little bit and enjoy it a little bit more. There's not too much climbing from there on in. So what do I think of the Waikato River Trails in general? I think, look, it's okay. I don't think it's the best trail in New Zealand. We've got plenty more in New Zealand to choose from. So yes, it's two-way, it's twisty and turny, there's lots of switchbacks, and you have to be wary of people coming from the opposite direction. So, and I think I said it last time, not the best trails, and there are plenty more out there to do. But if you're in the vicinity, why not jump on your bike and do it? And they'll be pretty good on the e-bike too. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. I'll hopefully see you out on the trail soon, and hopefully there'll be a little bit more than a grade 3, which is what I'm doing at the moment. See ya. Brave on a cold day like today. Woo. Yay, made it!